invited Ed Ruscha to be the first artist to spend an extended period of time looking closely at the collections of the Kunsthistorisches. He was first in Vienna in 1961. When we invited him, he returned in 2011, exactly 50 years later. For the first time, he came back to Austria. He came back 4 times over the last year, each time requesting to see different objects from the museum. He went through hundreds of books and catalogs in his studio in Los Angeles, and in the end made a selection of around 35 objects from the Gemäldegalerie, from the Kunstkammer, from Schloss Ambras, a number of objects from our neighbor museum, the Maria-Theresien-Platz Museum, and one single work of his own from 1967. And he will install all of these objects together in a single room in Saal 8 here at the Kunsthistorisches Museum, opening on the 25th of September. These are objects which fascinate him, from which he's learned something, which confuse him, which amuse him, which for one reason or another stood out as he looked through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of objects in the museum. What it is a chance for us to look at works that we think we know very well through completely new eyes. We take Bruegels out of the Bruegel room and hang them next to ladybirds from the Natural History Museum. We look at works with fresh eyes in a new way. They have new neighbors, new contexts, and when they return to their normal positions, shall we say, it's our hope that they take something of this new meaning back with them. This is an exhibition not of Ed's own work, but really of his eye and his mind. And the challenge for the visitor is to try and match our eyes and our minds to his. Why does he find this interesting? What is it about this object that particularly interested him? The perspective, the format, the color, the subject, the size, the style in which something is made, the technique, the material. There are many different reasons. There will be many visitors who are not aware of Ed as an artist and not familiar with his work. We will have a lot of reference material here for people to learn more about his work. There will also be a lot of people coming to the exhibition who are very familiar with Ed's work and completely unfamiliar with the collections of the Kunsthistorisches. So we really have 2 very different audiences to deal with in this exhibition. Ed has written very short statements about almost every object that he's chosen to give clues to the visitors as to why these objects have been included in the exhibition. And these are, if you like, the most intimate and personal moment of the exhibition.